So I have here right now ultramarine violet, white, cobalt blue, and sap green. I mixed ultramarine violet, took some ultramarine violet, put a bit of white in it, and we're working on the background colors, trees, some green, and it's like a grayish green right now.
Yeah.
So if this reference is the same width as my canvas, then I can follow a bit the tree line in here, and that would be easier for me. So I can tell right there that this comes to here, this one comes to here. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm gonna have another brush ready, which is 2 brushes, round and a smaller bright flat. Because I'm gonna start from the bottom up. And this way, if I do that, if I start from bottom up, then the tree line meeting like up where the sky is I can turn my brush around, use the corner, and then just, and that makes the trees look fluffy. Oh, jeez. Acrylic dries darker, so I mean, I can adjust the value once it's dry. But for now, I'm picking up a bit of ultramarine violet and putting it in. So, oh, lovely, lovely. I love that. That looks great.
Can you use cobalt blue?
No, I haven't used cobalt blue yet. It's only ultramarine.
Oh, this is the violet. Okay, sorry, I confused it with blue.
Yeah, this is the violet. And it really, I mean, adding this a bit of violet in here with that gray green pushes back the whole thing. It looks really very nice. Now, once it's dry, if it dries really dark, then I'll put a layer of, I'll glaze it with a bit of white and ultramarine violet. It's lifting right now, so I have to be careful. And I can gauge if I need to change the value to lighter once it's dry and once the other trees are up too. Because I might put the trees, and if they're too dark, like really dark in here, then this might look okay. I think I'm gonna put a horizon line with using ultramarine violet and sap green only, and I'm just gonna put a horizon line here. Right there. Now, let's go back to ultramarine violet, sap green, and white. Put some water here because it's drying fast. Are you using big canvas or small? Are you working on a small canvas?
Mine is 1114.
It's big,
Mine's a small.
small. Okay.
Why are you asking?
Because so I know, because with the small one, you finish faster.
Oh, okay. That's okay. It's not so bad. Oh, the same color underneath, right?
Yeah, I'm just doing the reflection, but the reflection has a bit more green in it, and it's a bit lighter, so it's a bit lighter than the
top.
than the trees. Yeah.
So more white.
A bit more white, yes. So I'm using my brush down, like this. And my brush has a bit more water than what I used up on the trees in here. So I'm using down like this, and then I go across a bit. So it's just to give it that movement of water. We are going to put another layer on top. So we will go back to the orange and fix a bit and put some, you'll see once we get there. Do you want me to stop or continue? What, shall I stop for a minute and then you can?
Yeah.
Catch
Yeah,
up?
let's catch up.
To catch up a little bit.
Okay. Now to paint those trees in the back, these, I'm mixing ultramarine violet, cobalt blue, put white in it. And now to tone it down, to make it more gray, I'm going to pick up some sap green, put it in very little, as long as you can still see a bit of that purple, but it should be dark. Don't put too much white. If you put too much white and it's too white, then go back to, like I did right now. It was too white, too light. I added more blue and purple and a bit of green. That's good. Okay.
Did you add white?
Pardon? Yes, I did add a bit of white, yes. Okay, so now this is good. This is a good combination. Now, for those trees, they're not, I can see that they're not solid. You know, they have some, you could see some of the sky in there. Now, I'm not going to do exactly the same, but I'm going to try. Maybe I'll change to a round brush and see which one is better. Just going to take a bit of paint from here. And maybe a round brush, I would have more control with the round brush. Yeah. Now the color is not really exactly what's in the
Picture.
in the reference, but it's close enough. It's more blue what I'm seeing, so I might add a bit of green in there. Green, yeah. Yeah, that's better. I actually like this color. Okay. No, let's put the one in the back. Now, sometimes when I'm looking at or painting trees, I might change the look of the tree if I find it looks weird. Might change it, and I don't follow exactly what I see.
It's not easy to follow.
Yeah. Simplify. I usually try to simplify. It's easier. Now, if I need to clean up or change the shape, or if I go overboard with what I'm doing, it doesn't matter. I'll just mix a bit of orange, the sky color, and I'll go in and reshape the tree by using negative painting. I'm switching. The bottom part is not, bottom part is kind of solid.
Solid, you mean?
Solid. Solid. It's not open. You don't see the sky. You don't see the sky.
Oh, okay.
You know what I
But
mean?
the color is
Mhm,
light or
the shape of the tree. It's the same. No, it's not light. It's the same.
the same, huh?
Mhm. Okay. Now my color, my paint, I should say, my paint right there, right here, is a bit, it's not too thick. It's really kind of creamy and a bit watery. So now I'm going to work on the reflection. So reflection is a good way of, you just take anything, a pencil, a brush, anything, and then you just turn it around like this. And where it stops, where it, you know, like if I do this on this one here, if I do this, and then just try to turn it around, and that will give me an idea where the reflection should stop. It's right here. So you could use a pencil if you like. It'd be easier maybe.
If you don't trace.
Just, yeah, if you don't trace it. Now, reflections usually don't have a lot of detail because of the water. It has a bit of a shape, but not a lot of detail. The more layers we put, the more trees we put, the nicer it looks.
Yes.
It's your, in the water, it's your paint is more watery, right?
Yes,
The
yes.
yellow underneath.
Yes, yes. I always do that. When I do reflection, I water my color. I make it a little bit more watery than what's in the actual, on the, you know, the actual tree. Water looks more realistic when you have layers of glazing. It looks much nicer. Okay. Now I'm going to take some sap green and add it to that same color I was using. Whatever left over I have. So I want my color to be more sap green in it. And take a bit of white. So I have more like a grayish green now, but more green. You can see that. Look, more green in there.
Sorry, what did you do now with that?
I just added sap green.
To the
Sap
same
green.
picture?
Yeah.
For the top. For the top.
Yeah, there's a tree right here. Okay, there's a tree right here. You see that? Like a bush.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm doing this part now. I'm doing this greenish part that I see in here,
Oh,
which is not very defined, which is, it's beautiful because it's not defined. So this is the bush on top. And then, oh, right here. And then the reflection. And then I see a reflection here, right here. That is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit lighter. So I'm not gonna, go there right now. I'm just gonna put some bit of more green on top. Right there. And then take a bit of white. With the green. Oh, jeez. You don't have to be accurate. Honestly, as long as you have a layering of beautiful greens in there, nice greens and purple.
Exactly.
It
Yes,
should
I
be
know.
okay. I wouldn't worry too much about what I'm getting here.
Yeah, it's not.
Now, this is the reflection. And you see, I added a bit more white. I'm going to stop after this because I'm going too fast. I love when this happens. So what I do is I put the first layer of reflection, let's say green or gray or whatever you have in there. And I'll show you. I'll do it again. I'm going to put green, push the green down. And then I'll take the same green, let's say, same green and I'm going to put a bit of white in it, just a bit of white. And then with the corner of my brush, I'm just going to do a bit of more reflection like this. And you can see it looks like a reflection. There, like that. So layering your reflection, making it look like it's layers helps. And then what we do is after we take a small brush and put the reflection of the sky on top across. So, but for now, this is good. This is enough for now. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to zoom out because now I'm going to be doing both sides, this one and this one at the same time. So I have here sap green and I have dioxazine purple. If you don't have dioxazine purple, Payne's gray. If you don't have Payne's gray, black. If you can have a sap green, sorry, not sap green, dioxazine purple, when you go to the store, if you see one, grab it. It's good. It's good to have it because sometimes you want to darken, but you don't want to use black or gray. Sap green is, dioxazine purple is a good one. Okay. Gee, I don't know where to start. Let's start with this one here in the back. So I have a flat And I'm going up and down again. So I have a thin, fluffy, not thin, fluffy, I mean, a, a tree line that's not opaque and heavy. Especially when the tree is high up. When it's high up, when it meets the sky, you'll get that more, less leaves, less density of leaves. Now, if we want to put this, we will have to leave it after. For now, we can't, I mean, I can do it, but I'll have to switch to this round brush. This part of the tree is high, even higher than, it's really high. Now, again, we don't really have to do exactly what we see in the painting, in the reference.
Interesting that the reflection is
Darker.
all the way down,
Yeah.
but above it's not.
Yeah, but that's okay. Sometimes it depends on the time and of the day where the sun is, where the person is standing who took the picture. Sometimes you'll see it. I know, and I did a couple of times, watched on purpose and changed location when I was watching in front of a reflection, and it really depends on the water and the time of the day and where that person is standing.
So we have such nice reflections in the water, and we're going to cover it up with black.
With black?
Well, dark.
No, we're going to be highlighting this after. All of this is going to be highlighted with some beautiful greens, but we need that dark first to be able to get that movement. You'll see. And I can go back with the orange as well and open up a bit after if I need to. It's paint. It's perfect. You could just go back and forth, background, foreground, and adjust. And those trees in the front, Astero, are lower. They're not high. They're low. The where they are, they're approximately right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, so now this part.
Are you using a flat or a round brush there?
Flat,
Layout.
flat.
Flat.
Yeah. So what I do sometimes, Karen, is I turn it around, you see, and I use the corner.
Okay. Give it some.
Yeah, that will control a bit. It gives me a different texture.
Yeah.
And then if I want to go, and then I turn it around, and then I'm covering more. Then when I come to the side, turn it around, and then I get different texture. Those trees going up all the way down, the reflection, they actually frame him, frame that person in the boat. So it's a nice nice way of showing more of that person.
Did you make your horizon in the middle?
No, it's a bit higher, just a bit up.
And you still went all the way down? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, there.